Hello, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here, and I will be continuing Virtue's Last Reward in a moment. We'll, we'll just be taking just relaxing for a bit as people trickle in. And as I wonder... Oh, one sec, gotta fix my camera, that's why I'm not moving. There we go. Stay on, please. There we go. Much better. So I have not had a chance to look at the previous VOD. So here's to hoping I actually remember what was going on. I remember I took some notes. We were in an area that looked like it was some sort of housing area. There were 4 doors. We could not access one of them. Each of them had a phone, and we had quite a lot of fun trying to call a bunch of numbers and getting some curious results, let's just say that. The developers sure didn't know that people were going to mess around with that. I think one of my favorite instances of that happening in the game came with Silent Hill Shattered Memories, where I believe if you if you called Capcom, that someone would answer and they would be, or like the number, was it the number for Konami? And if you were within the city when that happened, someone would answer and just be like, oh, yeah, don't worry. And then they'd be like, oh, wait, I see you're calling from Silent Hill. I'm sorry, I don't think there's anything that anyone can do for you anymore. I th I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't know, I don't really go into the Silent Hill fandom a lot. I just know that I have heard people say that they didn't like Shattered Memories, but personally, I did. Like, don't get me wrong, the original Silent Hill was definitely a great game. It really created an incredible atmosphere. And, I mean, it launched the entire series, so even just in that capacity, it's historical. But, I don't know, I just... Usually, I'm fascinated by cults, but I didn't care much for the first one, the one in that first game. It didn't really do too much for me. So I actually kind of prefer Shattered Memories. Like, oh my god, that ending is such a gut punch. Granted, I guess it also, yeah, it depends if you get what is considered the quote-unquote true ending. But yeah. Oh, now I wanna rewatch a series of that, cause, oh. Hello, Kuru. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for coming. Yeah, it's definitely a complete departure from the others, and I guess a lot of people went into it thinking it was going to be a remake, but instead it was a reimagining. And so if you go in with that mindset, I can see why people were disappointed. And I suppose in terms of gameplay, a lot of the chase scenes would probably get old after a while. I never played it myself, so I can't really comment on that. I think I heard some people who had concerns about the movement with the Wii remote. So yeah, that's all fair. But if we're focusing solely on story, I personally do prefer Shattered Memories. Because it actually made me feel something. Whereas the first Silent Hill was great for spooks, especially if you played it when it first came out. which that one I did. Um, but I don't know. I guess I never really felt immersed enough with the characters to really feel motivated to, feel that strongly about Harry's story. It had a good foundation. I think it could have been good if it just I think if it just slowed down a bit and gave more pause for the cutscenes. So you played it yourself, Kudu? I'm curious, what ending did you get? Were you using a walkthrough aiming for like a specific ending, or did you land on one yourself? Ooh, okay, okay. Actually, no, there is one part in Silent Hill 1, the original one, that really got to me, and that was Lisa's story. Like the cutscene where she realizes what she is and her theme. Oh yeah, that one got to me. Hello, Zuni and Bellhound. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, how'd that go? Do you remember what you ended up getting? For those just entering, Kudu and I are talking about Shattered Memories. I'm curious, if people are familiar with it, what are your takes on Shattered Memories, and how do you feel it compares to the original Silent Hill? I mentioned this during the Resident Evil 1 stream that I did with Buttons that has been going up, but the only Silent Hill that I've played fully myself was the first one, and I played a tiny bit of the second one, but I don't think I got that much further beyond the first enemy. But back, I think in high school or early college years, I used to watch this one. I don't think it was even on YouTube. I think it was something other than YouTube called Lord Vega, who played the entire Silent Hill. You know what? I'm gonna look up if he's still around, actually. I'm gonna do that right now. Cause yeah, I watched pretty much. I'm familiar with the Silent Hill series largely because of him, and his playthroughs were fantastic. Huh. Let me what is this? Wow. Oh my god. Those videos were 15 years. No, it can't be that long ago. There's no way. Well, it looks like he's not uploading anymore. His last uploads were 10 years ago. Oh my god. The flesh is melting from my face. Oh boy, I did not realize it was that long ago. That wasn't college. Oh my goodness. I thought it was I thought it was early college, late high school, but no. But yeah, his playthroughs were so funny. I'm actually, well, I wonder if they'll hold up. I wonder if they'll still I'll still find them funny. But at least in Shattered Memories, one of the instances that I remember the most, because well, you know what? Just because it was 15 years ago, doesn't mean that I watched it then. Because I'm remembering, I have this very distinct memory that when I was in college, I introduced my roommate to him, and she started watching ahead of me, and I had gone to sleep, and she was watching, and I just kept hearing her, like, trying so desperately to stifle her giggles, but then she just started laughing really hard, and eventually I got to the part where she was laughing, and it's that instance when you're in a car being driven by... I don't recall her name. She wore a red dress, and she was presumably in Cheryl's graduating class, and there was supposed to be a reunion, but because of the storm, only she showed up and her boyfriend came to pick her up. And they were driving you, and then they just started arguing, and Lord Vigo was like, oh god no, let me out of here, and he was trying desperately to open up the car door because he just didn't want to listen to it. Oh. Yeah, that would be me in that situation. I'm like, I don't want to, I'm not here, I don't want to listen to this, just let me sneak off. You two can do what you want to. Maybe one day I'll try playing them. But that won't be for a while since I want to focus on finishing up Resident Evil 2. So far, Buttons and I have streamed up to 3. And we'll get started on 4 once I'm caught up on MSQ and FF14. I think we're gonna play all the mainline ones except 5 and 6. It was suggested to us that we skip those because 1 is just really crappy and 1 apparently has a lot of racist shit in it. I don't know. I'm completely blind to the series, so I can't say for sure. But we've been warned about that. So we'll probably just end up reading synopses to get any important information. The ones that we're really looking forward to are 7 and 8. Is anyone familiar with the series? Could you give me details on that? I think Buttons looked it up and explained some of it, but I can't remember. And what are folks up to? Hope you've been having a good week. We're halfway through. Another thing I definitely want to do is put up a video about Sweet Home and how it eventually evolved into the Resident Evil series. I know I've talked about that game a lot, but it was really impressive for its time. And honestly, I still find it impressive. It was a really enjoyable game. But let's see. I think we can go on ahead and start moving over. Okay. So I have not seen the intro for this game. I skipped it last time. It would start automatically, since I wanted to make sure I captured it. So we'll just wait a bit so we can see that, and we'll get started. I did not get around to checking the VOD to see what all I had done of that puzzle. So hopefully I'll remember. I have my notes, which are a bit confusing because I have ugly scrawls on it. If you can't trust anyone, then everyone should die. Welcome to my kingdom. Oh no, I saw pandemic. Uh-oh. And I think I just saw a bunch of bodies. It's too early to say. It's too early to say. Because they've kind of mostly just been... Okay. Because mostly we've just been kind of getting the lowdown. That was the majority of what was happening. We got one puzzle, then 80% of it was getting the lowdown on how things are different. And then we got to the second puzzle. So there hasn't been really an opportunity for them to be particularly awful. But I will say that I think it was Binks. I don't know, maybe Binks or Moo. No, I think it was Binks who mentioned that, nah, the characters aren't really the strong point of this series. So I'm going to assume they're not going to be that much better. Okay, so let's see. What do we've got? We've got the small key, which I'm going to assume is for the third door. I remember that being locked. I can't remember if we actually got around to unlocking it. Alright, looks like not. Yes! Goodbye, handcuffs. You don't have any more door problems now. Okay. This is just like the other ones. It's ripped too, but in a different place this time. Okay, so I remember the first room, it was on the left knee. The second room was left forearm. The shape of a person is drawn on the cot. The area around the upper right arm seems to have been deliberately ripped. Upper right. And then the fourth one was right ankle. There's something here. A box cutter. A large box cutter. It's pretty heavy, actually. Alright, so these are the scrolls that I had. There was one in each room. Whoa. You've got those patterns here too, huh? On the wall next to the desk are 10 horizontal lines with what looks to be a check mark in the middle. Okay. So third. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. Check mark. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Whoa. That opened easily. I guess it wasn't locked. Large aluminum foil. What's this? It's all shiny. Is this aluminum foil? There's so much of it, though. Must be some kind of industrial size roll. This is way more than you'd use in a normal kitchen. I wonder how much there is. Maybe if I roll it out. Here goes. Huh? There's something printed on it. Looks like shapes and lines. Is this some kind of clue? I can't carry this around with me, though. Maybe I can cut out the important parts somehow. For example... Okay, and on this, that's gotta be for one of the things for the safe, but is that the main one or not? So we've got the triangle upside down. The kind of a star missing some pieces. And... okay. There are 4 strange shapes on the aluminum. Alright, so, was it that none of the other doors were open? Or any of the other safes, rather? Ooh! Someone left a book. Oh yeah, the terrible puns that he was doing. I forgot about that. I blissfully forgot about that. A locked locker. I need to find a key that will fit the keyhole. Alright, is Alice still in here? No, I forget. Alright, so we've got the box cutter, we've got the aluminum foil still, that's surprising. And we've got this. Time to remember where everything is. And we no longer have the key, so we've got all that figured out. Enter the 4-digit code, then press the enter key. Where are the others? How do we get in contact with them again? If we can... oh, wait a second. I did not check the, phone in room 3. Though it might not do anything, since the only one that seemed to do anything was the one in the first room. A phone. There's a spot in it that would fit a small cassette tape. The tape is probably for the answering machine, but the lid's open. A telephone with an attached answering machine. The answering machine is the kind that uses a cassette tape. The cassette bay is open. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like we can use it to call. Okay. So what we need to do is figure out where these symbols go. This one was open. The first one required a number. So let's see if... let's go back in here. Let's see if it's all numbers for all of them. No, this is where we got the foil. Well, let's check out... oh wait, we can also use... let's see. Can we use a knife in this? I think what we need to get is a coin. That's what he mentioned before. Alright, yeah. Alright, the box cutter should do the trick here. Hold on! You're just going to tear the poster if you do that. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. I really don't see how that makes any sense. Anyway, what I'm saying is that this poster might have a clue in it somewhere. Cutting it up with that thing is out of the question. Oh, man. Damn it. It won't open. Yeah, looks like it's locked. I think that thing on the door can unlock it. We just need to figure out how. Enter a 4-digit code, then press the enter key on the right. Alright, let's give this a try. Alright, so all of them are gonna need number codes. I don't think plugging in random numbers is going to be very helpful. We need to get a clue. A clue, huh? Alright, so what we still haven't done anything with those symbols. And we still haven't done anything with the... like, the corpse outlines with the injuries. And what is this? I'm pretty sure this is going to be the code for the safe. But I don't know if it's for one of the extra documents. Well, it's gotta be for one of the extra documents. It would be too early to have the exit passcode. Alright, so let me just see, because I didn't have time to rewatch this. Oh wait, what's this? That must be the... Yeah, that must be what we used to deactivate. This looks like the door lock. It has a keyhole. Is that the way forward? Okay, this is where we came in through. This is the exit. It's locked. So let's just refamiliarize ourselves with everything in order. Several plates are attached to one another. They look kind of like a mirror. There are some red dashes displayed on it. There's something in that looks like a metal pin in the tape deck. You need to get the lid open to get it out. Huh. I don't remember that. Aluminum foil with some design on it. It's shiny like a mirror. And you can't touch any of these. And we've already done a bunch of combinations here. Let me try just a random one. Yeah. Wait, and there's a telephone on the table. Okay. And this is the safe. Well, and they're all gonna be the same. Alright, so... Yeah, there's nothing that matches what we have. So why is Schrodinger's cat here? Can we use this to do anything to the... Nope. Nothing more to discover on this table. Or is there? There's a drawer sticking out from the desk, but there's nothing on it. Since the top of the desk is made of glass, I should be able to see anything I put in the drawer away. Maybe if I put that foil here. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Alright, the aluminum foil's in place. You just gotta shut this. What the hell? The images on the wall are reflected on the aluminum, which is acting as a mirror. Both images are overlaid. It looks like a circle, a star, a diamond, and a triangle. Okay, let me write that down. Room 1 equals circle, star, diamond, and triangle. Huh. What does that mean? Can I take it back and do it on the other rooms? Apparently not. Alright, so now let's go back to door 2. We just have the box cutter and the aluminum. There's a drawer sticking out. I should be able to see the pattern on the aluminum. Did I have to grab it? I thought I tried to grab it. Or do I need to cut out another piece? Alright. Let's keep doing this until... There's still some pattern bits left. I should cut them out too. There we go. Pattern 2, so that should go... Aluminum foil with stripes on it. If I just put this on the desk drawer... Alright, the aluminum foil is in place. Just gotta shut this. Uh-huh. So, door 2. Or room 2. The pattern on the wall is being reflected in the aluminum. It's acting like a mirror. Now we can see both images overlapping. No, I still don't get it. Let's try this again. Alright, guess I had the wrong one. Four, 9, 8, 5. Okay, 4, 9, 8, 5. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright. Buh. Either it's not for this, or there's still something else we're missing. Let's check the other doors to see what numbers they have. Right, door 3. Whoa. That's a mess. Locker. Alright. Room 3. Locker. The pattern on the wall is reflected of... Yep. It looks like it says locker. Huh. Alright, and let's go to the final door. 3, 4, 7, 2. 3. Three, 4, 7, 2. Yeah. So this is like 6, 3, 5. Or is it horizontal? 3. 4, 7, 2. Does it matter? 4, 7, 2. Is it... Because these are plus, so I'm assuming you're just adding everything together. So like this first one would be 6. This would be 9. There we go. Whoa, good job! You opened it! Yeah, I'm pretty great. It looks like there's something in there. Yes! Check it out, a wallet! You probably shouldn't get your hopes up. Why not? Just a feeling. Yeah, fine, whatever. I'm not gonna let you bring me down. Let's see what's in here. What the hell? What is it? There's only one coin in here. And it's not even real money. Just a toy coin. See? Didn't I tell you? Damn. Yes, but we need you. A coin? What else do you have? Do you want us to say? Alright, you silvery bastard. Time to meet your doom. I don't understand why these people couldn't have just used their nails. Like, I know it's not a pleasant feeling, but nails would work on this sort of thing. Damn, you're excited. Hey, don't misunderstand me. I'm just really anxious to find a clue in there. Aren't you? You want to let me do it, then? I'm sorry. Please, just let me have this. Then get on with it. Search for hints on the poster. Click and drag across areas of interest to scratch them. Click the green triangle on the left to move your view up and down. Let's get started. I'm on her boob! Did it do it for you, Sigma? Are you now happy? And no longer distressed about this terrible situation you're in? A shark? Uh-huh. That's so funny. Okay. I can actually appreciate that the spots with the clues. Okay, so poster. 6, 1. Nine. Or Sigma, what? Damn. I look away for a second and you've scratched it all off. Yeah. I noticed some things that might be clues, so I kept going. You mean these marks on her arms and legs? Yeah. There are 4 of them. A star, a circle, a diamond, and a triangle. Hey, what are you doing? You've already scratched it all off. No, I'm not done yet. This blue part still needs to go. Sigma. I don't think that part's going to come off, no matter how hard you scrape. And what's the point of living anymore? Alright. Okay, so let's head back to room 1. And in room 1 we had... Oh, this was the one with the patterns. So these might be the patterns, So let's see, the first one was circle, which is 1. And then we had second one, which was the star, which is 6. Then diamond is 8, and triangle is 9. Oh, we need to find a key first for this one. Okay. So, which was the one that we already did? This was 4985. Alright, so 4, 9, 8. Wait, I think I clicked the wrong thing. 5? Oh, no, okay. Ha! Piece of cake! Wow, good job. That was pretty impressive. There's something in there. A cassette tape. A small cassette tape. Huh? Where'd you get that tape? This? I found it in the locker in room 2. Really? Well, that could be pretty important. Yeah, I agree. I was thinking about putting it in the phone. I don't think that's going to work. The cassette bay won't open. You could try and force it, but... Maybe you should check the other phones in the other rooms before you do that. Oh, okay, I thought it was in 4. I don't remember which room it was in. Was it 1? I don't know. Yeah, well, it won't let me pick that, so... Oh! Guess it was 3, since 3 was the one we couldn't open. Putting the cassette in now. All I have to do is close the lid. There's a small cassette tape inserted into the answering machine. Alright, I guess that's it. So hopefully that opens up the one with the key? Question mark? Apparently this shows asterisk 92 if you call it. So, no more items. And we've dealt with... We haven't done what locker is. What does locker mean? We've done room 2 and 4. But not the lockers for room 3 and 1. And I think we should be able to... No, we need the key for room 1. So everything now should be in room 3. This is the one that just says locker. This was... No, that was the one with... Let's try calling the others again, see if there's anything new that we get. I think I'll call Alice again. Sigma. What do you want? How? What do you mean, Sigma? Who else could it be? Who else is going to call me? Why did you call me? Oh, I just wanted to hear your voice. What? Sigma? I had no idea. Oh gosh. Shit, guess that was a little too convincing. She's more innocent than she lets on. Look, if there's nothing else, I'm hanging up. Well, there is something. What? Remember that number you saw earlier? Is it still there? Yes. Has it changed? No, it still says the same thing. I think it shows that when it gets a call from room 1. Okay. I forgot about that number, which was... 2592? I wonder what it means. I think these asterisks means it's hiding the latter half of the number. If that's the case, then it's probably a 4-digit number. Well, let's look for more clues. I'll talk to you later. 2592. So is that the one for the locker? Let me double check. Yes, 2592 is what it should be. We need a key for this one. A locked locker. So it should be for... Whoops. Have I opened them? Yeah, I'm not sure which one I haven't opened then. Other than the, whatchamacallit. Or did I use that password for something before? I can't remember. I can't remember if I've already used that password for something. Yeah, I guess I must have. The only one left is room 1, and we need to get that key from the... So where do I... What more do I need to do? I put the cassette tape in. Did I just need to click it again? Is this another one of those instances where you need to click it in a very specific spot for it to register? Nope. Maybe I need to click it in a specific spot for the other one? Maybe I need to type the number in there? No, because the first one has the screens. But let's go ahead and try this. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba! Congratulations! That voice!
Looks like you found the answer. The number you just entered is the number for the phone in the 3rd room. The buttons, hair on the top of the phone are just shortcuts. That means all the other phones have actual numbers too. Though, I guess that's not really important. Anyway, you're calling room 3 now.
Room 3? And that means...
Since you're so clever, I'm sure you figured it out by now. But yes, you're right. I'm speaking to you from a pre-recorded tape. So you can grasp me all the questions you like, but I won't be able to answer them. I'm afraid this little talk is going to be a bit one-sided.
Ugh.
And then again, it's going to be a very little talk because I only have one thing to tell you. Have a look at the left screen above the phone. The answer you're looking for is hidden there. What answer, you ask? Well, I can't hop you with that one. Bye! Have a nice trace.
Left? Oh, there we are. Okay. Left screen. 2652. Center is 52. What the is that an upside down 9? Because it's not... It's facing the right way for a 6. 5. Alright. There's another 4-digit number. What am I supposed to do with this? I guess I just enter it somewhere. So... let's see if these do anything. Hey! It opened! There's some kind of pin here. Let's see. Small metal pin. I already got that pin thing, so I can close the lid, right? Alright, so that does not look like it's something that's complete. So, 5, 5, 2, let's try 9 first. 9, 5? Nope. 5, 5, 2, 6, 5. Alright, not that either. Well, let's see if it works just fine with just a pin. I didn't think it would. I think a pin or something might fit in here. Alright. Huh? What was that noise? Maybe I can type stuff now. Alright, so I think this should be 1689. 1, 6, 8, 9. Fuck. The circle was 1. The star was 6. The diamond was 8. And the triangle was 9. So that should be right. Let me look at the poster again. Which one was it in? What do you think these 4 shapes mean? Oh. Oh, okay. I think the 6 and the 9 are switched. Since they're kind of upside down. The triangle definitely is. Yeah, and I think the star is too. The star has a 6. The circle has a 1. The diamond has an 8, and the triangle has a 9. Do you know what this is? Star, circle, diamond, triangle. Have you seen these anywhere before? Alright, let's try switching those numbers. So, 1, 9, 8. Let's see. 6. There we go. Yes, it opened. Oh. This is just like the code we saw in the ambidex room. Okay, so we've got moon, moon, star. I mean, it's a different code, of course, but it looks really similar. I think this probably opens a safe. You have found the safe password. Okay. But what about the other ones? There's a small device with a screen on it in the locker. The screen is flashing white. Okay. Where on earth could we get the other ones? Yes! It opened! Man, what good is a victory dance when there's no one there to see it? I'm lonely. Oh well, I'll just have a look inside. Wait a minute. If I look through the stuff in here without telling Fi and Alice, they might be suspicious later. You took something we weren't looking, when we weren't looking. Yeah, those two are bad sides I really don't want to be on. I think I'll just go get them before I go through it. Well, that was easy enough. Hey, what's this?
Did you open this, Sigma?
Yeah, who else could have? Why didn't you tell us sooner? What?
Forget about it, Alice. Let's just see what's in there. What's this thing?
A map. It says floor A.
We can look at it more later. There's more stuff in the safe.
Actually, no, let me take a look at this. Because I can see at the bottom left here, those are the pods that we probably came out of. So these are the chroma doors. And we went through the cyan one. So we're here. I'm going to assume that we meet up. Oh wow, this is strange, because you can kind of see where the magenta and the yellow one kind of come together, but the cyan one looks like it takes a lot longer before it converges with the other. Unless I'm reading this map wrong. Good idea. Looks like we've got a card. Whoops, make that 2 cards. This is one of those cards for the AB rooms. See, it says Ambidex room right there.
So it does.
And then we can use these to open the AB rooms. Yes. But how are we supposed to get back there? The door to the warehouse is still locked.
I think the answer to that question is in the safe. Let's check out this note.
Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened the door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I cannot keep you from going in and out of them.
Any color of bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you can take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you back until you've solved the puzzle.
I see. So once we can get it out of the crew quarters, we can head back to the warehouse. Right?
Yeah, seems like it. And this key is how we're going to get out of here.
Right. So this key will open the door at the end of the hallway. A key I found in the safe. I should be able to use this to open the exit. Let's go! Wait! What about this book on top of the safe? Oh, it's the book about cats, but do we have time for that, right, Meow?
Meow?
Sorry. It's this sort of, I guess you could call it a tick.
He used to roleplay one of the Legions from Homestuck. The freak! Who the hell would ever do such a thing?
I've had it since I was young. I wish I was just kitten, but I can't control it. It's not dangerous, though. You're perfectly fine. Not dangerous. Ooh, I wonder. Anyway, the book's called Schrodinger's Cat. Don't you mean Schrodinger's cat? Oh, you've heard of it?
I think it'd be harder to find someone who hasn't heard of it.
For real? Do you know what it is too, Alice? Of course I do. I was just wondering why this book was here. So what is Schrodinger's cat?
It's a quantum physics thought experiment. The book probably discusses the principles the experiment talks about in more depth. See, Erwin Rudolf Joseph Alexander Schrödinger was a scholar of theoretical physics in Austria. He was born in 1887 and...
Wait. Is this going to be a long story?
Yes.
Thought so. How about we talk about it later then? I think that's kind of them poking fun at themselves. I mean, we just found the key that'll get us out of here.
You do have a point there.
Yes, he does. We should leave. Now. Alright. Let's go.
Huh.
Let me check something. Because... where would it be? Archives? Where would it be? I'm not sure. I don't know if every single room has, like, the bonus file or not. Because I legitimately have no idea what other things we could do to get them. I mean, right now we only have the key. I think we've opened... We haven't done anything with the knee stuff. I mean, the beds. Oh, I might be too late to go back now. Damn it. Ah, well. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
I'm ready. Go for it. Alright then. 3, 2, 1. Kudu! One awful thing! Whenever you enter a puzzle room, they took out the ka-chung, ka-chung, ka-chung. We made our way down the hallway, and at the end, waiting for us. Hey, looks like the gang's all here. What's up?
Nothing's up. We left our room and it left. And ended up here.
Sigma, let me see that map you found earlier.
Oh, right. Ah, okay. So we went much farther than I thought we were going to be going. Oh. No matter which door we took, all of them led back here.
That's the same as the map we found in the lounge.
The lounge?
Oh, we found something like that too. Our room was an infirmary.
That's so. We found ours in the crew quarters.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator.
This is just like the other floor.
These doors have colors on them too. The one on the left is green. The one in the middle is blue. And the one on the right is red.
Hmm.
Are these chromatic doors? Look, there's a box here. It looks like the ones we saw earlier.
Lock, huh? Yeah, won't budge.
Yeah, just like the other doors. No good trying to force it open, I suppose.
Is something wrong, Alice? You've been staring at your bracelet.
Oh. No, I'm fine. But it looks like my guess was right. The numbers have changed.
Numbers? Oh yeah, the time left. Looks like 2 hours. 6 minutes.
Ah, for fuck's sake. You telling me we're gonna have to just sit around here for another 2 hours?
No. Looks like we don't have a choice then. Gotta head back. Clover, how about you show him that note we found?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Huh? Was it something about supplementary rules? Because we found a note just like that. It was in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It was in the safe in the crew quarters. Here are a few more rules for you. Once you've opened a door, you can hop through it as much as you like. The chromatic doors are like that too. Once you open them, even I cannot keep you from going in and out of them. Any color of bracelet can go through them, and as many people as you like. But, you have to escape before you take advantage of this free reign rule. Once you've activated a chromatic door and gone through it to the puzzle beyond, it won't let you go back until you've solved the puzzle. I assume it's supposed to cannot. Because unfortunately, that character is constantly making bun puns. If that's true, then we cannot go all the way back. If that's true, then we can all go back the way we came and get into the warehouse.
I don't think Zero's saying we can. I think he's saying we have to. Otherwise, what's the point of that key card?
You mean this? The Ambidex room key.
We found some too.
That makes 6 then. 1 for each AB room.
Let's head back to the warehouse.
So when Zero says jump, we say how high, huh?
If you don't like it, stay here. Stupid angry mutt watching the door sounds about right.
Asshole. Better hope I don't have rabies, you self-satisfied old turd.
Well, what's it going to be? Are you going to go back with us? Or are you staying here by yourself?
Alright, fine. I'm going.
Whee!
So, this is the crew quarters, huh?
Just as the note said. We had no trouble getting in here.
That means we can go to the infirmary or the lounge.
Yeah, we can check out any of them.
Hey, look, Grandpa! They got a poster of a lady in here! It looks like the ones you got back home!
Uh,
Hmm. we're talking at least 14, maybe even 15 EU.
Agreed.
I sure would like to take it home with me. Unfortunately, I don't think this is really the time for that. Let's keep moving.
Whoa, hold on. Grandpa? Since when were they buddies? Or had they always been that close? In other words, they'd known each other before the Nonary game. And if Quark was calling Tenmyuji Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Alice and Clover seemed to be close too. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. I can't wait to get out of here and back to my, grandpa videos.
Oh, you mean the ones you keep in the locked cabinet?
Shh. You're being too loud, Quark. You have to say these things quietly.
Do better care of hiding that shit, Grandpa. Oh, look, Zuni! Zero the Third is here to greet you personally.
Oh, you're finally done. You were taking so long. I hopped off for a little nap.
For yawning? Really? You're just a computer program. You don't get tired.
Hey, Theo. My temper's got a hair trigger, and you're awfully close to pulling it. So I'd watch my mouth if I were you. Otherwise...
Well, if you really need me to spell it out.
Forget it.
That's a good boy.
Now jump!
Let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. Namely, how do you get more BP?
We go into the AB rooms, right? Look. We've got some key cards for them right here. Kay and Quark have 2 each, so we've got 6 altogether.
But who goes into what room?
That doesn't really matter. Anybody can go into any room.
But there are only 6 rooms.
Didn't I tell you? The 2 members of a pair share the same destiny.
Then you mean both members of a pair need to go into the same room?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do we do after we go into the room?
Play a game. Just like it says on the door. You play the Ambidex game!
Wait, what's ambidex supposed to mean anyway?
I would guess it's short for ambidextrous. Most use the word to refer to the ability to use both of one's hands, instead of favoring the left or right. But it can also be taken to mean someone who is duplicitous or two-faced.
It's a game of betrayal, then.
Well, yes, I guess you could put it that way.
And what's the nonary game?
Oh, that refers to the whole enchilada. The nonary game is a game where you try to open the number 9 door and escape. The Ambidex game is just a mini game you play as part of the larger one. Make sense?
Like hell. This shit is confusing.
Is it? Or is it that you're just a few carrots short of a bushel? What do you think, Mia?
Arrogant little bastard.
Oh, you look so bashful.
Well, that's just how I am. So you better get used to it. Now,
Kay, Quark, and myself each gave one card to Luna, Alice, and Tenmyuji. Then we headed into the AB rooms. There wasn't really any discussion about who'd go into which door, but Fi and I found ourselves heading towards the leftmost door. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head in too?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, okay.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? This game's got a time limit too? Wait.
Something wrong?
No, nothing. There's no one here.
What are you talking about? Of course there isn't anyone here.
Well, yeah, I know,
Let's get inside.
Yeah, right.
This looks just like the room we woke up in.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing that's different.
That screen.
Yeah. Looks like there's something on it. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically and it will not open again until the polling period has finished.
Shit! The hell are you doing, you idiot?
What? I just pressed the start button.
Did you even read what it said? Once you press that button, it locks the door for 40 minutes. Now, thanks to your stupid ass, we're stuck in here for almost an hour.
Oh. Really?
Yes, really.
Hey, hey, hey! Looks like everybody's closed their AB gates.
Hey, B-Gate.
Go to the AB room, silly. You're in the AB room right now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be continuing my earlier explanation.
Now, let's get this party started!
Yeah, this is a track from the first one.
Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody. Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there?
So it'll be more of a 2-on-1 battle, I guess.
Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors. For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Alas and went through the cyan door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Alas. And it goes the other way too. Alas's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Temyoli.
Yeah, he's disintegrating more and more.
And B.O. and Quirk's enemy will be Mooney. Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it? After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it? Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see A, ally, and B, betrayed.
betray on it. Do you? All you guys have to do is pick! Just pick one of those easy options! Your DP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view.
Yeah, quite literally. Prisoner's Dilemma. This was the only thing about this game I knew coming in. That this was an aspect of it, which is why I was really surprised by the introduction of the chromatic doors and them using the color system instead of digital root. Oh, man. Huh.
So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they. And you'll all get a nice warm, fuzzy feeling inside. We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Next is what you get if you choose ally, but your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP, and they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome. Somebody did that to me. I'd skin them and stew them with some taters. The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally. This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about. And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything. Absolutely zero change in your fate. Boring. We call this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most. You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? Well, let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The 2 of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points, though. You both get 3 points, or lose 2 points, or whatever. In other words, what you see on this chart is what you get.
In other words... oh, duke it out, Belle and Zuni. Belle says always betray, Zuni says always trust. Always ally. The only dangerous part to that, to always allying, is that even if you always get positive points, I'm going to assume we have a limited amount of tries to get points. So, if you always go on an ally, you might not get enough points to be able to get out. You need to get 9 points or more total to be able to leave. And we don't know how many opportunities we get to play this game.
I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Which, you know, you think Zero would tell us, because then that would incentivize us more? like if it is if my estimate is correct, I mean probably like the first game there is going to be a way that everyone can get out. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna assume there is a way where everyone can get out, but it's probably not as clear cut as everyone just choosing ally. There's also a chance that this game works the same way and that there are several checkpoints that you have to reach. I should actually probably ask Banks about that. Because what I'm probably going to end up doing the exact same thing I did with the last game. For this first round, I'll just play as I would. I most definitely am going to get a bad end. And then afterwards, maybe I'll ask her help to figure out what endings and what order I should get them in.
Actually, there's a little bit more, but
It'll just have to wait, I guess.
What? Why does it have to wait?
it'll be okay.
No, it won't.
30 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
How fucking awkward would it be if you betrayed someone and they allied, and then the next time you went into a door with them and had to solve the puzzle together?
Anyway, I've gotta hop along now. Don't do something harebrained and wait until the last minute. You got plenty of time, so think it out. Bye-bye now. Have a nice trust.
Man. What are we going to do?
About the AB game?
Yeah. Should we choose ally or betray?
Yeah, it's a tough call. This is really kind of an interesting game. Seems like it's based on the prisoner's dilemma.
What's that?
You've never heard of it? It's a thought experiment that uses game theory to examine why people do or don't cooperate. Let's say Apple and Banana have committed a serious crime.
Apple and banana?
I just gave them the first names I thought of. They don't mean anything. Anyway, Apple and Banana are caught by the police and sent off to separate cells far away from one another. In other words, there's no way for them to contact each other.
In other words...
And they're not like telepaths or something. So that's the setup. You following me?
Yeah, keep going.
So, a detective shows up. He visits each cell and tells them both exactly the same thing. Goes something like this.
You can both clam up if that's what you want. We're gonna have to put you both in the slammer for 2 years if you do. Now, if you flip on your pal over there, tell me everything. I can get your sentence reduced to 1 year. That means your buddy will serve 15, but that ain't your problem. Of course, if he decides to spill the beans, it goes the other way. He gets 1 year, and you get to spend 15 years eating government cheese.
I love cheese.
You're probably wondering if both of you confess. Well, I can shave off a little time for saving me trouble, but you'll still both do 10 years. So, Puck, what's it gonna be? Gonna give me what I want, or you gonna keep that trap shut? Of course, I told your partner the same thing I just told you. I wonder if you can trust him to keep your cat from there. No rush. Give you plenty of time to think about it.
So that's the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah. What would you do? Say you were in Apple or Banana's shoes.
Well, If my erstwhile criminal associate Banana is going to keep his mouth shut, then the best choice for me is to spill the beans. That way I only serve 1 year. Zuni, snitches get stitches. I'm with you. But what if he confesses too? And the smart thing to do would be for me to do the same. After all, if he cuts a deal and I don't, then I'll spend 15 years in prison. If I confess, I can shave 5 years off of that. And it seems like the best choice is always going to be to confess.
Interesting. But you're forgetting something important.
Which is...
That Banana will be thinking the same thing. So you'll both confess, and you'll both end up serving 10 years. Do you get it? If you both trusted each other, then neither of you would have served more than 2 years. But because you both made the decision based on your own self-interest, you're gonna spend 8 more years in prison. In other words, the logical decision leads not only to a less desirable outcome on the group level,
In other words...
but also a pretty shitty situation on the personal level, too. You see now? The A-B game is the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah. They're pretty much the same thing. If we trust Alice, we can both increase our BP by 2. But if we don't trust each other, in the long run, it won't benefit either of us.
Yeah, but this is where it gets interesting. Let's say for a moment all 9 of us are on one team. Who would we be playing against?
0, of course.
Right. So we can assume the 9 of us are fighting 0 in the AB game. If you look at it that way. What would we want to do to beat him? Just look at the point totals. Say we all picked Ally. What would our total points be?
Well, 2 times 9 is 18, so... 18 points.
Okay. Now let's say one of the pairs chooses Betray.
The pair who picked Betray will get 3 points each, so... in total, they'd have 6 points. But the solo they betrayed will have 2 points subtracted, so... the total gain for that game would only be 4 points. The other 2 groups would choose Ally for that round, right?
Yeah.
So for the other teams, you'll get 6 each, what will give you 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 4. 16 points total.
So, what does that tell you?
If we consider all 9 of us to be on the same team, we need to all choose Ally to get the most points. If even one person chooses Betray, the total points we get goes down.
Exactly. In this game, if each individual acts for the benefit of the whole group, everyone benefits. But if everyone starts looking out for themselves, it'll impact the group negatively. And eventually, it'll impact them negatively too. If all of us choose Betray, then the group gets 0 points. Ultimately, nobody benefits. Not even the individual. In other words, selfish but logical decisions hurt everyone.
In other words... Yeah, I'm not really sure why that was brought into account either, Zuni. Since at the end of the day, it's still... I mean, unless there's something that I'm missing from Sigma's explanation from the first stream, every individual still needs to get a total of 9 to be able to leave. And, I mean... I don't know why we're talking about group points. I don't know what group points will do to benefit any, like, us, our fight against 0. Like, for me, the way to quote-unquote beat 0 would be to have everyone get out. So I still think that, you know, trying to ally as much as possible is beneficial. But again, we come back to the point I was making earlier, is like, if this follows the pattern of the last game, in which we had, well, there were 3 doors that we went through. So 3 opportunities. That means, at most, if everyone allies, we all get 6 points, which means no one will be able to leave. But again, we don't know how many opportunities for this game we get. Okay, I think I get it. What you're saying is that I should pick ally.
No. I mean the opposite.
What?
If you're going to make the most logical choice here, the only option is betray.
What? Why? You just explained why that was a terrible idea.
No, I didn't. It's not the prisoner's solution. It's the prisoner's dilemma. Even though there's an outcome where everybody's happy, the choice you'd have to make for that outcome isn't the rational one. You want to pick it, but you can't. A dilemma. If we choose ally, and Alice does too, then yes, it'll be great. All 3 of us will get 2 points. That would be ideal, obviously. And it would help everybody. But what if Alice chooses betray?
Our BP will go down to... Oh, right, we start out at 3. I did forget that. Okay. Huh.
Right. And if that happens, we're screwed. So...
20 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Unless we can be certain that Alice will choose ally, we don't have a choice. We have to choose betray. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to know that for certain. That means we have to make the rational choice. It would be great to make the right choice, but we can't.
Hey. Did you just say we're screwed? If you don't mind telling me, what did you mean by that? I'm guessing something happens if our BP hits 0, right? I mean, the way you said it sure makes it seem like something's gonna happen. Well, yeah, we did get a little hint of that. Do you know something? A little something with the needles. You do know something. What are you hiding? Sunny, oh no, was Bellhound the traitor right all along? Was backstabbing the right path? This is why it's important to look back on VODs, because yeah, I forgot that we start at 3. And if we get to 0, we're gonna get a little intoxicated, to put it in a mild form. Yeah, you know, there's been something weird about you from the moment we met. That does raise the stakes a lot. It's not just a matter of us not being able to get out. I mean, for starters, how'd you know my name?
Oh, knock it off. This is getting old.
I don't care if it's getting ancient. This is important. I don't know you, but you seem to know me somehow. The only explanation I can think of that makes any kind of sense is that you're working with Zero.
What about you?
What?
Are you working with Zero?
Me? Why would you think that?
You're too calm. You wake up trapped in some kind of twisted game and it doesn't even faze you? That hardly seems normal.
I mean, I would say you were calmer than him. But then again, you were awake longer than he was, so maybe you were freaking out at the start. Oh, come on. I could ask you the same thing.
Don't change the subject. We're talking about you.
You changed the subject.
Maybe you actually do know me.
What? Where the hell did that come from? Look, I already told you, I've never seen you before in my life. What the fuck? Objection!
Sigma. Just let it go. Our time's up. This is it.
Are we repeating the game? Oh.
Before it ends, I wanted to tell you thanks. You know we're about to die, but you still stuck with me. So, thank you, Sigma.
Oh, that's a cute pose.
Goodbye.
What the what is going on? I didn't get a good look at that last. Were they on the... It looked like they were on the goddamn moon. What was that?
What's wrong?
I saw...
Saw what?
The explosion.
Explosion?
I think there's a bomb somewhere in this building. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it was on a timer. You and I were trying to stop it, but we couldn't do anything, and...
Whoa! Sigma! Calm down! What are you talking about? What is it now?
My head.
It hurts?
Yeah.
You know, you said it hurt when you first woke up in the AB room, too.
It didn't just hurt. It felt like it was going to explode.
Are you alright?
I think so.
Maybe you should rest a little.
Yeah. Maybe I should just lay my head on your lap.
Of course. I shouldn't have worried.
Fine, I spent the rest of the time until the door opened in silence. The AB game was forgotten as I tried to make sense of what I'd seen. Had it been real in any way? Or was it just a hallucination brought on by stress? Or maybe some strange drug they dosed me with while I was out? It had seemed real, though. Was it a premonition? I had to stifle a bark of laughter at the thought. Or perhaps the morphogenetic fields at work again. Seeing the future? This wasn't some crappy sci-fi novel. This was real life. Things like that didn't happen. I was just tired. The stress of the nonary game was probably getting to me more than I thought. I was tired, and I was emotional. A hallucination was strange. But really, it was perfectly understandable. But what if I wasn't loosening it? What if I was fine? What if it hadn't been a hallucination? I sat there for what felt like hours, my mind running in circles.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
What the hell is that?
What? Do you need a translator?
I was just gonna say pretty much the same thing. It was pretty clear cut.
If you don't vote fast enough, then it'll set your vote to ally. Makes sense? Or do I need to use smaller words?
So if you plan to pick ally, then you don't even really need to go into the AB room.
I guess not. We're already in here, though. So we might as well figure out what we're gonna do. What's it gonna be, Sigma? Ally or betray?
So, question is, do I want to do this individually, or do I just want to do at first an all-ally, or all-betray run? I think I'm gonna go and try and do an all-ally run this first time. Well, I mean, at least for Alice, I'm inclined to ally with her. We haven't really... What's the funniest option? Honestly, I don't... I guess the funniest option would be to ally with everyone except Dio if we ever end up having to choose for him. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with all ally at first. Though I will say with Alice, it's hard to say. We didn't really get a good read on her. She seems level-headed enough, and there was that exchange where Sigma said that she's more innocent than he first imagined. You know, I'll do that. I'll do all ally except if I end up in a situation with Dio. And it's not even because about this Dio specifically. Like, yeah, he's kind of been a smarmy asshole, but he hasn't done anything yet that I would, like, consider vile. But his name has decided his destiny. But yeah, just to wrap up my idea on Alice, he made that comment that she seems more innocent than he thought at first. And, of course, she is the big mystery since she's the Alice from the first game. She and Clover know each other and seem to be close friends. Clover! Clover! For the most part, yes, I do think Clover is trustworthy. I do know about the axe ending, so she has the potential to not be, but those were very, very specific circumstances. So if Clover trusts her, then I think we can trust her. Gotta hit him with the Joey Jojo Shabado. Shabaradu. Are you even asking? You made it pretty clear that we should choose betray.
I didn't say should. I just said we didn't really have a choice.
That's the same thing.
It's completely different. The former is an active opinion. The latter is just passive information.
Whatever. You still want to betray, right?
Yeah.
Then why did you ask me? So we never really finished our conversation from earlier. You said we'd be screwed if our BP dropped to 1. What did you mean by that? Is something going to happen if our BP gets to 0 or something?
We die.
What?
If our BP drops to 0, we die. The needles in our bracelets activate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell do you know that? Zero never said anything about it.
I don't know. I swear, I don't. I know somehow. There's just this feeling I've got. Like, that's what'll happen.
If I recall, Zero never directly said that we would die, but he did say that we should be very wary, or like, we should never allow our bracelets to fall to 0. So it seems a logical conclusion. Oh, come on, that again? You fed me the same line when I asked you why you knew my name. How can you know all these things when there's no way on Earth? Wait, did you see it?
What?
Did you have some sort of, I don't know, premonition?
What? What the hell are you talking about? You sounded like a crazy person the first time, too.
Then you haven't.
Seriously, Sigma, are you okay? I think there's something wrong with you.
This was wrong. Phi was supposed to be acting strange, not me. Instead, here she was asking if I was okay. But what if it wasn't just her? What if I was losing it too? I groaned. My head felt awful. It was like someone had thrown my brain in a food processor and hit puree.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Hey, it's almost time. What are you gonna pick? If you aren't going to do it, then
No, I'm fine. I'll do it.
You're gonna choose betray, right?
Yeah, am I? Don't worry about it.
Alright. Take it away.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I stood in front of the selection screen and took a deep breath. This was it. I ran over my options one last time. There was only one possible choice. Alright, sorry, Phi, but... Your vote has been recorded. Please rate.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Let's see if we get fucked!
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Phi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running towards the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said?
Yep. But we're going for the path of funny. Yeah, I was. And yeah, I did.
Then?
Well, I want to believe in Alice.
It's not really a rational decision.
I know.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Alright.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. to rock!
Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Whoa. Oh, we got fucked. Interesting. Let me see. So, King Clover betrayed Tenmyoji. The other is allied. That includes Dio. Dio chose to ally. Or maybe... I mean, I don't think... Because he was with Quark. So I don't think Quark could have, like... bulldozed him into choosing ally. If he really didn't want to. Ah... So Tenmyoji and us two were screwed.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
So for the double vote, you only get one vote. So we have to agree on a vote. We share the vote. The people in pairs share the vote. So they have to essentially discuss what they want to do. Which, you know, adds an extra element to it. I was just thinking about that, because then the allies could end up super pissed. Since I think the pairs... I don't know if the pairs have the capacity to change. I think the pairs always stay the same the entire time. Yes, correct. Hey, Alice! What the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
Why? Why did you do it?
I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally?
Why? Haven't you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution is for us all to choose ally.
Really? All is a stop. Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know. Yes. I know about the prisoner's dilemma. But everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case.
What?
Oh, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
That's alright. Could be interesting to actually see if they have anything that happened, like an actual cutscene for it reaching 0. God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice and Phi. My hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tight and eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dio, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm. Almost happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
So wait, how did you... if he really wanted to betray, I'm surprised he didn't just shove the kid aside and choose it.
Oh. Theo, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding!
Oh. Quark? Oh, come on. Wow. Wow, kid.
I lied. That was a joke.
Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. Ha ha.
Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Yeah. Man, you really had me going there.
Is it... I'm not sure now. I don't know. I think he would have been... This is weird. I don't know how to read this. I feel like if it had been a joke, he would have been more pissed. Then again, I don't know these characters well enough yet.
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose Ally all along?
I don't know. I think the kid maybe might be covering for him. Huh.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that was a joke, but for some reason he ended up backpedaling. Maybe this kid's a lot more nefarious than he seems, and he did it to get some sort of blackmail material on Dio.
Exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kay, Clover, and Tenmyuji, although whatever it was seemed to have resolved itself amicably.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round one. If there's a round one, then there's likely a round two.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
I wonder if Clover and,
When?
what's his name again? Kay? I wonder if they were in agreement on the to betray. From the looks,
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right, you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon Round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
moon cards. Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore, since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy. Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
Huh. Wait, let me... So how many times do we play the AB game? I don't know, as many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go on, but I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door. So it's over when someone gets 9 BP. Nope, as long as... Oh. Okay, well that answers what I was saying earlier, that we don't know how long this goes on. Okay, but... If the attempts are infinite, what is the incentive now to keep going? Because unless someone was mega impatient and was willing to just fuck over everyone else just to get out a couple hours earlier, it seems like technically that we could keep going. Like, now I can see there being a very logical benefit to everyone just continuing to choose ally from here on out. Betrayal is a funny prank. Alright, give us the incentive to...
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth and losing points.
Yes, you're right. There is a limit. Let me see.
After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open.
Oh, this was what I was looking for earlier. So inside each room there's the safe. There are 2 types of passwords you can enter. And hitting archive. Huh. So it doesn't... Alright, but still, let's see. Where? Oh, I guess we really don't. I assume it's the same 9 hours.
If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24
Well...
9,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Excuse me. Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about door number 9? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Ziggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets.
Okay. I'm guessing what he's going to say now is that would be an incentive to kill people. Because if you can get other people's bracelets and go through the door yourself, then I guess you would automatically win the AB game. Or the Prisoner's Dilemma game. Huh.
It doesn't matter how many people there are!
But... wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off? Yeah, we know at least one way that they can come off.
No, yes, they do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's two ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
No, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Oops. I guess it's not gonna be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
Alice, weren't you the one who said that there was definitely more rounds since he said round 1?
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
Oh, okay, that's where the confusion was.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenmialdi. Or Siggy. Oh, or maybe Fido.
Well, if it's Siggy or Fido, it's both of them.
Or maybe everyone?
What?
Why?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate? And we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Fi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Phi Sigma and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. The bracelets could only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left a building or if your heart stopped. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
It did change. I'm yellow now.
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
Wait. Really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed. Although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta.
Do you have a bit of color blindness, maybe?
Are you two magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo? Looks like it. When did they change? Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random. No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained, I must bid you adieu. Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right?
A boo. A boo.
I'll never see you guys again.
Here, Zuni, I have some tissues for you to wipe away the tears.
Did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick. Sigma, do you really fall for that?
You mad? Anyway, good luck.
Like even if he was being sincere, why would you give a fuck? It'd be like, yeah, cry more, bitch.
I may be gone, but I'm always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to be... It looks like about 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking, and if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour, so... Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I end up here? Why? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. It hadn't pissed anyone off. I hadn't pissed anyone off. At least not this bad. I didn't owe anyone money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete, and I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? Side eyes Steins Gate. Oh, man. Like, no. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, oh! Oh, Sigma! Okay. Yes. But it was just the one time. And she was the one who went after me. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. You're a college student? I thought you were a lot older than that. You're like super fucking buff for a college student. Sir, indeed. What are you gonna give us the deets on that? If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put in the nunnery game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. What's the over-under on it being French Prime Minister's mistress? December 25, 2028. Early morning, California desert. 2028. I can't recall if they ever stated what year the first game took place during. The moon was beautiful. I just finished writing a paper due that day and was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty, and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I'd looked at the clock, it had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. Almost Christmas means it's not yet Christmas. So why was I at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to the campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. I'm sorry. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I'd got was that one cold email. Oh, damn, she did it through email. That's rough, buddy. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would really be a good idea. At any rate, I had stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to my professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was a relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks. Oh god, no. I would not be feeling light. I chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. The last time I drank an energy drink in full, I had some tactile hallucinations. Granted, I also had some coffee, because I was in a similar situation. I was trying to finish a paper, I think, before heading off for Thanksgiving break. It was a really bad time. A really, really bad time. Damn, bro, did she find out about the French connection? Was she the French connection? You might be onto something, Zuni. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. The man is going to feel better when the poison hits him. He might just live through it. I think, yup. I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise, like metal on metal, and fell silent. God damn it! You stupid piece of shit. I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment I thought that it was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit! Open, goddammit! What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. Alright, lounge, infirmary, or crew quarters. Let's just go to the lounge. I was considering seeing if it was possible to try and find
Hey, Sigma.
the notes, the codes that we missed in the crew. But, well, we'll see later. In other runs.
Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So... this is a lounge, huh? A bar... a sofa... and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
Oh, so... okay. I see. I think we looked it up and she was 17 in the first game? I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
Yeah, that doesn't make it a good decision. You've got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back. I'm surprised Phi isn't more angry with us.
Are you alright?
Like, she was immediately, but... Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else? No, this is her third go-around, Zuni. This poor girl has been through the ringer. Because she was in the very first Nonary game, which happened several years before the first game started. And she was in that one, and now she's in this one. And it's like the world really has it out for her. Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier.
Pick literally anyone else, you weirdo.
Not me. No headaches here. Well,
Well, what?
it's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird.
Your head feels weird?
No, my body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like... Like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms. Oh, that's a terrible feeling, and you're feeling it throughout your entire body. And then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign. Are we simulating? What do we've got here?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah!
Maybe
Exactly!
The anesthetic gas.
The what now?
It might have looked like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright. I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys going to stick around here?
Yeah. Haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay. Catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed towards the exit. Where to next? So, this is the infirmary, huh? No. From the first one, everyone survived except for, the 9th man. But we did find 2 other people who were dead, who were not part of the original group. That's the true ending of that game.
Oh, Sigma.
Alice?
What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Of course! I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over?
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I mean, it kinda is.
If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose ally, then I would have chosen ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes.
Uh-huh.
I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
Uh-huh.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh. Look. Let me try this again.
So... maybe Pelham was right. If this is indeed Alice and everything that they talked about in the first game about Alice, the mummy, I'm not excusing it. Still a terrible thing to do and still some shallow things, but I'm a little more understanding of where she's coming from, being able to be satisfied with this sort of these shallow desires, you know, to be able to fuck someone over like that. But what kind of state was she in when she was frozen? Was she still cognizant? How did she adjust to modern life so quickly? I don't know, it's so weird. This is such a weird direction to take this. But yeah, if you were like that for literally 1,000 years and you had some cognizance but being unable to do anything, I can understand why she would just want to live life and be okay with fucking other people over after all that. I don't know, this is, out of everything, this is the most baffling thing to me.
I'm frustrated. But there really is something important I have to do.
Which is...
avenge my father's murder.
Okay.
That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
I have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning...
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
Are you talking about an adopted father? Like whoever started taking care of you?
How close were you?
I can't say. But it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though.
Is Seven involved in this in any case? Did he start taking care of her and that's who she's referring to?
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the, detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you? CIA?
No.
Fine. Well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep them guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where's somewhere? You know, on the road, on the desert of Nevada.
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes. But that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree?
Well, I mean, I guess because you're the only one in this room who's chosen betray. Though, Dio, still looking at you. Kid managed to convince you otherwise, I guess.
That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you guys give up a little personal information, too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed.
Oh, that's,
Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40, still.
That is young.
He was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up.
Middle age, but
just took it too
yeah.
far.
I see. You lost your father too, then?
Yeah. Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. You still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about
Well,
Zero?
except for, one mistress. Well, never mind that. No idea.
Do any of the people here look familiar to you?
Nope. We're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay's a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do? Hello, dear. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this conversation up and that'll be the end.
I think she's a student. At night, she's a waitress or a bartender or something.
What about Quark? Well, I guess he probably doesn't really have a job, huh? He's still in elementary school, right? Why is that funny?
It's nothing. Just forget about it.
Uh-huh. It's nothing, certainly.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's probably like some super genius or something.
His age would be in elementary school.
You really don't know much, do you? About Quark, I mean.
And if it makes you feel better, sure.
Nice non-answer.
Well, I know a little about Luna. I got her talking when we were in the infirmary. She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know, she didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
You sure?
Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much as you do. So, basically nothing. I hadn't realized it until I said it. I'd spent hours with Phi, and yet I knew nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others then.
Where do you plan on going?
The crew quarters. But we'll go ahead and... Well, guess I have to. I think I'll head to the crew quarters. Alright. Well, we will save things right there. Actually, Binks, while I have you here, I do have one question. Does this game... I see it has a flowchart, so I'm gonna assume that this game is similar to the first in that there are certain checkpoints that you have to meet in order to get the true ending? Would I be right in that? Wow, there are a lot of. I guess I'll do this. Let's take a look at this. Huh. Okay. Alright, so yeah, as I mentioned before, we'll just do our first run. I'll make decisions based on who I just want to pair with. As I mentioned before, right now the biggest mystery for me is Alice. I imagine we won't get the opportunity to pair with her soon. But if we do, I'm still taking it, even though she betrayed. But then we're going with the rule of funny, and pretty much this first run, it's going to be all ally, unless I end up with Dio, who, solely because of his namesake, is going to get betrayed. But thank you all so much for coming out. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun having you here. Let's switch over to our end screen, which still has the old dates, but we're doing the same thing this week. So tomorrow on the Discord at 10 p.m. EST, we'll be continuing Star Trek. Friday, here on YouTube again, 8 p.m. EST, we will be continuing Genshin Impact. Then Saturday, over on Twitch at 8 p.m. EST, we will be continuing the Animal Earth charity reading stream, which is something that we're doing in order to raise money for the Trevor Project. Let's see, Bink says yes, but I'd say this one is more like a you have to 100% it, I think. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you all so much for coming by. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo!